Hi, I'm Pat Flickner, and I'm here to welcome you to one of the first steps on an incredible journey. If you're already familiar with SAS, you have a pretty good idea of how fun it is. Or if you don't think it's fun, you might not want to be doing this. However, I've been doing this for well over 20 years. I've been a SAS developer, Java, pretty much almost any language you can think of, I've been having a blast with. I love programming. I love computers. So, first step is find the free SAS software download and click on the link. Of course, the link is also at the bottom underneath this video, and it will take you here. There's some other things under here that you may or may not be interested in seeing, and click on the download free software. What's going to happen is you're going to have three things, and it will tell you this as well. You're going to have a browser, which if you're doing all this, you very likely already do. You need a virtual machine player, and you need to download the SAS virtual machine. That's what the software is. Okay, I personally recommend VMware. VMware is wonderful. It's very easy to use, very efficient. The Oracle VM VirtualBox, it's okay. You can use it if you like Oracle products. Great. I just don't particularly care for this virtual machine myself. For Mac, you're going to need the VMware Fusion under VMware. So under here you have the VMware Quick Player Start Guide or Quick Start Guide, and you have PDFs and videos. I wholly recommend the videos, especially if you're a visual learner, as I am. So you click watch the video and it will give you tons of information. There's only three things that they don't clarify. One, when they tell you how large the SAS software is, they don't express how large. It's well over a gig in size, and unless you live overseas where high speed means you get at least a gig's worth of data in just a few minutes, it took me an hour. I have Cox Internet, and I have their Ultimate package, which gives me between 115 up to 175 Mbps download speed. It still took me an hour, a little over an hour to get the data. If you don't have those kind of speeds, it may take you several hours. So what I recommend is that you start the download before you go to bed, and it should be done by the time you get up. If you're having problems with the download, see if there's somebody that you know who has the data, and just copy it, because there's nothing special on the players that I could tell. I was able to take my software and load it into somebody else's. They had no problem with it. So what you do, the second thing you do when you download this software is that they skipped was that you download the software. They recommend setting it in the download folder. That's Windows. If you're Linux or Mac, you may have another area that gets downloaded to. I recommend moving it. If you download it to the downloads directory, move it someplace else, because once you open the virtual machine in VMware, I don't know about what Oracle does, but in VMware, if you move it, you have to redo the entire thing, which is very simple, but it's just to warn you that once you move it, that's it. It's no longer there for access for the virtual machine, and you cannot just change the location. The third thing is that the VMware they talk about the IP address that it gives you on the welcome page. They're not really clear on that. When VMware opens up, it goes through a lot when it first opens up the virtual machine for SAS. The thing is, when it opens it, it gives you an IP address to load. So that's what you use when you go to put it in the web browser. and it will open up. Everything else is right on target. So that's it. I am also including links at the bottom that they provide access to free SAS training, which is freaking awesome. They've not done this before this year. It's just been incredible. So you have access to training that used to cost thousands of dollars. And their training is pretty expensive, but this will get you started. I have been doing this for well over 20 years. I love SAS. I love coming up with new ideas. Sometimes I can come up with things that they've never even encountered before, which I seem to do too regularly. Anyway, feel free to ask me questions regarding the SAS language. If I don't know, I will be very honest and tell you. And please understand that help does not mean that I will do it for you. I want you to learn how to do it. If this is not something you like to do, then I wholeheartedly recommend you find something else. Because while this is a great language to work with, if it was not your intention to be a programmer, then find something else. Find something you love to do. This just happens to be my passion. Thank you. You have a great day, and I will be creating some training on doing some more advanced things. So like working with macros. So I look forward to seeing you again. Have a great day, and see you next time.